Hello, welcome to High Ground Gaming. This is Eric, my co-host Mr. Brody here. Going to do another game from Dead Ball 1905 season featuring the New York Giants. Currently the New York Giants are in a 3-game losing streak after winning a whole bunch in a row. I can't remember exactly how many, but into double digits there. I think it might have been 15 or 16 games. Fortunately, they lost the last game to the St. Louis Cardinals, and now they've lost the first two to the Chicago Cubs, who are currently in first place, the Cubs. And it's a 4-game series, so we got 2 more games left in the series. So we're looking to stop our losing streak and earn a chance for the split in the series if we can win today and tomorrow. So we'll take it 1 game at a time, right, Mr. Brody? Mr. Brody's in his third base coaching box as usual. So let's get this game underway. A 3-game losing streak, as you can see here. Oops. There we go. Voila.
Welcome to Polo Grounds for today's game between Chicago and New York. Chicago has won 10 straight, and 10 of their last 10. Jake Weimer starts for Chicago. He's made 6 starts on the year and is 5-1 with an earned run average of 1.86. His first start against New York. He'll be opposed by Red Ames for New York. He's made 5 starts on the year and is 4-0 with an earned run average of 2.20. His first start against Chicago. It's 63 degrees, wind speed 12 miles per hour, in from right field. Pitching for New York, Red Ames. Leading off for Chicago, right fielder, Billy Maloney.
So alright, so as you can see, the Chicago Cubs have a current 10-game winning streak, and are 23-6. In first place there are, let's see, 3 games. I believe that equates to 3 games. 4 games. And no, 6 games. Is that 6 games ahead of us? No. 4 games in the win column, 2 games in the loss column. So I think that's 3 games total there. Yeah, 3 games. So anyway, Red Ames will be on the mound for the New York Giants. He's 5-1 in 6 starts with an ERA of 1.86. Hopefully he'll right the ship there for the New York Giants today, right, Mr. Brody? Hopefully we can get a win there. Beat the Cubs. Alright, so let's get this game underway.
Play ball!
So alright, so Red Ames takes the mound. As we said, he's got a 5-1. Actually, I don't know why it said 5-1. Oh, that might have been the other pitcher. My bad on that one. So he's actually even better. He got a record of 4-0, but with a 2.2 ERA, still very good. 41 innings pitched, 35 hits allowed, 15 walks and 16 strikeouts. Yeah. And 229 average against. Not too bad, huh, Mr. Brody? It's alright. So he'll face a lineup which is as follows for the visiting Chicago Cubs. It'll be Billy Maloney, right fielder, leading off. Jimmy Slagle, the center fielder, the left fielder today, will bat second. Frank Chance is the first baseman, batting third. Batting cleanup will be the second baseman, Johnny Evers. And we can actually do Evers to Tinkers to Chance today because we have all 3 of them in the lineup. So that's cool. So batting fifth will be the center fielder, Jack McCarthy. We do not have a photo of him. He's making a start today. Tinker, Joe Tinker, the shortstop, will bat sixth. Batting seventh will be the third baseman, Doc Casey. Batting 8th behind the plate is Johnny Kling. And on the mound batting 9th is Jake Weimer. And yeah, he is the one is 5-1 with an ERA of 1.86. So we have our work cut out for us, as we have a good pitching matchup on both sides. So it should prove to be a low-scoring game, but we'll see. So alright, so Billy Maloney comes to the plate, hitting .242 on the season with 9 runs batted in, 16 runs scored, 11 stolen bases, and 4 doubles and a triple. So Ames looks in for the sign from Bresnahan. Here's the windup and the pitch. Your defense for the hometown New York Giants is pretty standard, except for Strang at second. Billy Gilbert is getting the day off to start the day, but everything else is pretty much the same. So here's the windup and the pitch by Ames. And he'll lace a single.
Left fielder, Jimmy Slagle.
Alright, so next up, Jimmy Slagle, hitting .218 with 16 runs batted in, 18 runs scored, 5 stolen bases, 2 doubles, and no triples. So I'll throw over to first here. And he's back safely with 96%. We'll try one more time. Still a big percentage there. We'll try one more time. We don't go over too much. Yeah, still a high percentage there, so definitely a threat to steal. We'll see what happens here. Pitch to Slagle, and he's off with the pitch. And he's going to fly out to left. Runner goes back to first.
First baseman, Frank Chance.
So Frank Chance up now, the player manager. He's hitting .361, so off to a great start with 9 runs batted in, 19 runs scored, 9 stolen bases, on base percentage of .509, and 4 doubles and a triple. Throw it once over to first, and he's back safely. So here's the pitch to, I think we're going to pitch out. Let's try a pitch out here. Runner's not going. Chance is currently riding a 6-game hitting streak. Oh, and he gets hit. So Ames hits him.
Second baseman, Johnny Evers.
So runners on first and second with 1 down. We have an early score here as the St. Louis and Philadelphia are scoreless in the second. Not sure exactly if that's American League or National League there. I suppose we could find out here. That is a National League score. We'll do the rest of the scores at the end of the third. So Johnny Evers up now with runners on first and second and 1 down. Evers comes into the game hitting .274 with 9 runs batted in, 11 runs scored, 4 stolen bases, and no extra base hits. And it's going to be hit over to second. Short to 1, over to first, double play. Oh no, they don't turn the double plays. Evers beats it out as we get a little tongue-tied there. So we do get the middle runner, and so runners at the corners with 2 down. Boston and Cleveland, American League action, scoreless in the first. So runners at the corners from McCarthy, hitting it's like 394 there. Can't tell because the timer for the Screencast-O-Matic is right over the average. It's either 384 or 394. I think it's 384 though, with no homers and 6 runs batted in. So after a good start, 5 runs scored, just 33 at bats. So we'll see what happens. Ames looks in for the sign for Bresnahan as the windup in the pitch, and it's ball 1 down and in. In there for swing and a miss for strike 1, 1-1. 1-2 the count, swing and a miss. Count evens at 2. Full count now. I'm going to get aggressive here. And he's going to line one to Devlin, who throws over to first to retire the side.
After 1/2 inning, Chicago 0, New York coming to bat. Pitching for Chicago, Jake Weimer. Leading off for New York, center fielder, Mike Donlin.
Alright, so Jake Weimer, the left-hander, Weimer, the left-hander, 5-1. As we said before, that 1.86 ERA, 58 innings pitched, 43 hits allowed, 13 walks, and 31 Ks. So that's a lot of Ks, probably the most we've seen so far. Opponents are hitting just 201 off of him in the replay. He was 18-12 on the actual season with a 2.26 ERA. So the lineup for your hometown New York Giants: Mike Donlin, the center fielder, hitting .369 with a homer and 15 runs batted in, 25 runs scored, 3 stolen bases, on base percentage of .430, slugging percentage of .500, 5 doubles and 4 triples. So off to a great start is Donlin. So he will lead it off. He'll be followed by Sam Mertes, the left fielder. The catcher Roger Bresnahan will bat third. The cleanup hitter is Dan McGann, the first baseman. Sammy Strang getting a start today, batting 5th at second base. Art Devlin, the third baseman, will bat 6th. Batting 7th will be the right fielder, George Brown. And batting 8th will be Bill Dowling, the shortstop, followed by the pitcher, Red Ames, batting 9th. So Weimer looks in for the sign from Kling. Here's the windup and the pitch. And he strikes out. So as you can see on the infield, we have Tinkers, Evers, and Chance. So if we get a runner on, we'll have a chance to say that. Tinkers to Evers to Chance. We'll see. Hopefully we won't hear that too much today. So on the corners, the outfield, Slagle and Maloney are both excellent range fielders, at 8 and 9 respectively. McCarthy average in center. Alright. So Sam Mertes up now, hitting .224 with a homer and 11 runs batted in, 16 runs scored, 6 stolen bases, 2 triples, and 4 doubles. And he'll hit a liner to Tinker. Catcher for out number 2. So the Tigers lead the Senators 3-2 in the 8th. So Bresnahan up now with 2 outs and bases empty. Bresnahan's hitting just below .400 at .396 with 12 runs batted in, 23 runs. On base percentage of a whopping .532, slugging percentage .490 with 5 doubles and 2 triples. So off to a great start as he strikes out.
No hits, no errors. After 1, Chicago 0, New York 0. Shortstop, Joe Tinker.
So the Naps lead the Pilgrims 1-0 in the first. As Tinker comes to bat. Joe Tinker's hitting .345 with 2 homers and 16 runs batted in. 5 stolen bases. On base percentage .374 with 3 doubles and a triple. And he'll draw our leadoff walk.
Third baseman, Doc Casey.
As Ames throws over to first. He's back safely. So Doc Casey, the third baseman up now, a .252 hitter with 13 runs batted in, 14 hits allowed, 5 stolen bases, 4 doubles and 2 triples. So here's the windup and the pitch by Ames. Strike 1 outside corner. And he's off with the pitch. And Tinker's in there with a stolen base, his 6th of the season. So a run in scoring position now with the count 0-2 on Casey. Nobody out. The Tigers lead the Senators now 4-2 in the 8th as they've added an extra run. And he's going to pop it up behind the plate. Bresnahan goes back for it, but it's going to be out of play. So count remains 0-2. Wide of the plate and low. Count 1-2. Count evens at 2. And he strikes him out. So Ames with his first strikeout of the day. Brings the catcher Johnny Kling up with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. Pittsburgh and Brooklyn are scoreless in the second. So Johnny Kling struggling so far in the season. Hitting just .145 with 5 runs batted in. Has yet to get an extra base hit. Strike 1. And he's going to hit a fly to center as Donlin ranges over to his right and makes the left and makes the catch.
Jake Weimer.
Tinker will hold at second. So the pitcher Weimer up now, 174 hitter with 3 runs batted in. And he's going to hit a foul ball down the right field line. And now he's going to hit one over to Devlin. We'll throw it over to McGann. And that'll do it.
Of the second, after 1.5, Chicago 0, New York 0.
So we head to the
First
bottom.
baseman, Dan McGann.
It's alright, computer guy. So we head to the bottom of the second. No score. So Dan McGann will lead it off. First baseman's hitting .293 with 28 runs batted in. 14 runs allowed. 14 runs scored. 4 stolen bases. .421 on base percentage. And 3 doubles and 5 triples. And he's going to hit a one out to left. Slagle is back near the warning track and makes the catch for out number 1. So the Tigers lead the Senators now 5-2 in the 8th. So Detroit has added 2 more runs here in the bottom of the 8th. So Sammy Strang up now. .348 hitter and 23 at-bats. With a homer and 10 runs batted in. 7 runs scored. A double and a triple. On base percentage of .500. And he'll draw a leadoff walk as that on base percentage goes up. So runner on first with 1 out. Pittsburgh leads Brooklyn 1-0 in the second in National League action. It's Mr. Brody. Gets himself comfortable there. So Art Devlin up now. .275 hitter with 19 runs batted in. 16 runs scored. 4 stolen bases. 2 doubles and 3 triples. So strike 1. Trying not a threat to steal at first. Who's up next? This might be a low-scoring game, so I think we may try a bunt here. And it's a ball, so the count goes to 1-1. And he'll drop down a bunt, and it'll be successful. So 2 outs now and a runner in scoring position. For George Brown, a .282 hitter with a homer and 18 runs batted in. 16 runs scored, 2 stolen bases, 4 triples, and no doubles. So Brown up with a runner in scoring position, trying to get the Giants on the board first. Strike 1, down the middle. Count evens at 1. 2-1 the count. Count goes to 3-1. And he'll hit a single up the middle. That'll bring home the run. So the sacrifice proves successful there, as George Brown is able to get an RBI single and put the Giants on top 1-0. Brings up Bill Dahlen. Let's see if we want to steal with Brown. I don't think so. He's got an arm of 9, so we're not going to go anywhere in him. He's a good defensive catcher, is Kling. So Dahlen up now. .231 hitter with a homer and 21 runs batted in. 18 runs scored, 2 stolen bases, 2 doubles, and 3 triples. Ball 1. 2-0 the count. Count goes to 3-0. I think we're going to have him take here. And he'll draw our 4-pitch walk. So that'll bring up the pitcher, Red Ames, hitting .167, 3 hits and 18 at-bats. A couple of runs scored. Looking to help his own cause here. Weimer looks in for the sign from Kling. Here's the windup in the pitch. Ball 1, a bit outside. Strike in there. 1-1. 2-1 the count. Count goes to 3-1. We'll take one here. In there. So full count now. The runners will be off on the pitch. So the Bean Eaters lead the Red Legs 1-0 in the second National League action. And it'd be a ground out to second for out number 3.
1 hit, no errors. After 2 complete. Chicago 0, New York 1.
So Detroit 6, Washington 2 in the 9th. As we head to the top of the third with the Giants now on top 1-0. So Ames with a slim lead here. Maloney will lead it off. He's 1 for 1. Make that 2 for 2. He hits it just about the same spot he hit the first one. Try to pick off here. Oof. Alright, so Slagle up now. 4 for 1. Ball 1. And it's going to fall in there. And Maloney will make his way to third, so runners at the corners with nobody out. For Frank Chance. And he's going to draw a bunt. And it's going to go foul. So I think we're going to play the corners in. Just the corners. We're going to call in. Chance still trying to extend his 6-game hitting streak. And this one's going to go back to the pitcher. He looks the runner back. And throws to first for the out. Slagle will move up to second. So runners on second and third with one down now. Evers up now. Let's see what kind of hitter McCarthy is. McCarthy is... So we're not gonna, we're just gonna pitch to him. I think we're gonna bring the infield in again. Yeah, we'll just play the corners in. Yeah, actually we'll play the infield in. Ball one. So it's gonna be a pop-up down the first base line. Gives chase, McGann gives chase, and just out of his reach. So count 1-1 now. Oh, it's going to be a wild pitch, and the run will come home. Tying right now, the game's tied up at 1. We have a final: Detroit 6, Washington 2. So Ames does a wild pitch. Slagle will move up to third, and the run comes in. Maloney will score. So it's a 1-1 game. Continue to play the infield in. Oh, another wild pitch. So 2 wild pitches in a row by Ames. So he's killing himself here. As it's now the Cubs take a 2-1 lead. And then he'll walk the batter to that insult to injury there. So McCarthy up now 0 for 1 as the runner is off. And Strang is not doing anything at second. He looks like he's standing still there. So runners at the corners. Infield playing back. Trying to get the double play. As he bunts. And successful sacrifice squeeze play there. No, Evers does not come home, I guess. That was an optical illusion there. So that's a good thing. McCarthy moves up to second now with 2 down. So Casey up now 0 for 1. Williams needs to get Casey out here to keep the game close. And Dallin ranges over to McGann for out number 3.
3 hits, no errors. After 2.5, Chicago 2, New York 1.
And Ames throws 2 wild pitches and allows 2 runs to score. And the Cubs take a 2-1 lead going to the bottom of the 3rd. So top of the order, Donlin up now. He's 0 for 1. And he'll lace a single up the middle. So good start for the Giants here in the 3rd. Tying run is aboard. So Sam Murte is up now. Let's try a little hit and run here. And with the runner off, the only play for Tinker is the first. So Donlin moves up in the scoring position. Stayed out of the double play anyway. For Roger Bresnahan, he's 0 for 1 on the day. RBI opportunity here. So tying run now in scoring position. So count evens at 1. And he's going to pop it up. And it's back out of play. Looks like he might have had a play on that, but not quite. So the Highlanders and the Browns are scoreless in the 2nd. So 2-2 the count now. And he'll hit it to first. Chance will take it himself to the bag. Donlin moves up to 3rd. So runner on 3rd with 2 down. For Dan McGann, 0 for 1 on the day. 1-0 the count. Count evens at 1. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count now. And he'll lace a single. That'll bring home Donlin. And the score is tied at 2. So McGann with an RBI single ties the game here in the third. Brings up Sammy Strang. Walked his first time up. I think he walked his first time up, yeah. And scored. So 2-1 the count. White Sox and the Athletics are tied at, is that? Scoreless. In the bottom of the second. So 3-1 the count on Strang. And he draws a walk. So that's the third walk of the day by Weimer. So runners on first and second with 2 down for Art Devlin. Bunted his first time up successfully. Ball 1. And it'll be a fly ball to left.
1 run.
And that'll be it.
No errors. 3 are in the books. Chicago 2. New York 2.
So after 3 full, score knotted at 2. So let's look at the out-of-town scoreboard. So Detroit 6. We have one final. Detroit beats Washington 6-2 in American League action. Mullen gets the win. He's 4-3, and Patton the loss 0-6. The Beaneaters lead. The Pilgrims now lead the Naps 3-1. Tannell on for Boston and Hess on for Cleveland. The Browns are blanking the Athletics 4-0. I'm sorry, the Cardinals are blanking the Phillies 4-0. Tileman 2-4 and Corridon 3-3 for the Phillies. Brooklyn leads Pittsburgh 2-1 in the bottom of the fourth. Lever 4-2 for Pittsburgh and McIntyre 3-2 for Brooklyn. And Cincinnati leads Boston 2-1 in the bottom of the fourth. Delahanty has hit his second home run for the Beaneaters. Ewing 1-5 on the mound for Cincinnati, and Willis 0-6 for Boston. Top of the third, the Highlanders and the Browns are scoreless. Newton for the Highlanders and Buchanan for the Browns. And Philadelphia and Chicago are scoreless in the third in the American League action. Top of the third, Plank going for Philadelphia and Walsh for Chicago. And that's your out-of-town scoreboard. So, alright, Kling will lead it off here for the for the Cubs here at the top of the fourth. Now tied at 2. And it's going to be a fly ball to center. Donlin races over it, comes in, makes the catch for out number 1. Weimer up now. He's 0 for 1. And he'll hit with the dial, and he'll throw it him again for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down quickly here in the Cubs fourth. Brings up Maloney, is 2 for 2. And a great play by Dahlin there. McGann throws over to Ames for out number 3.
No errors. After 3.5. Chicago 2. New York 2.
Alright, so tied at 2 as we head to the top of the fourth. Brown will lead it off. He hit an RBI single in the second, driving home the first run for the Giants. And he's going to pop one up here to first. As the first baseman Chance will catch it in foul territory for out number 1. Brings up Bill Dowell, the shortstop. And he'll lace the single, his first hit of the day. So a 1-out single for Dowell. As they're expecting Ames to bunt here. I think still gonna bunt. Nope, fouls the first one off. And buttons down, throws over to first, successful bunt. Dallin moves in the scoring position with 2 down. So Dallin with RBI opportunity, 1 for 2 on the day. Go ahead run at second. So 1-1 the count. And foul ball down the right field line. So 1-2 is the count. Foul ball back out of play. And he'll lace a single up the middle, and we're going to send Dowling home, 77% chance. So the center fielder, McCarthy, he's got an 8 arm though. We're going to try it, 77% chance. Why not? Who do we got coming up next? Yeah, we're going to try it. Maybe it's strong. Here's the throw. Attempts to score here. See what happens. And throw. And he's going to be out at home. So Donlin is thrown out at home. Sorry, Dowling is thrown out at home. As Kling tags him out. Took a chance there, but comes up empty. So we head to the top of the 5th with the score still tied at 2. It would have been Sam Mertes, is only a 220 hitter. So I think we made the right decision there. So Stagel up now, 1 for 2. That'll be a foul ball down the left field line. And this one's going to drop in there in front of Mertes. So our leadoff single for the Cubs. So Chance up now, 0 for 1. And the runner's off. And he's going to be out. So Bresnahan guns him down. So Chance now with a count 0-1. Count 0-2 now. Count goes to 1-2. Count evens at 2. It'll go foul out of play. And that's going to fall in. Oh no, wait. Donlin's going to make a great running catch to his left for out number 2. So Evers up now, 0 for 1. And he'll drop down a dribbler near the mound. Dowling fields it, throws over to McGann for out number 3. Out number 2, sorry. Oh no, he beats it out. Evers beats it out. Infield hit there. So runner on first with 2 down from McCarthy, who's 1 for 2. He gunned down Dowling at home, trying to score. And the runner's off, and he's safe. So Evers steals second. So we're in scoring position for McCarthy now. Like he was trying to steal third there, possibly. So McCarthy fouls it off, so 0-2 the count. Count goes to 1-2. And it's going to be a fly ball to center. Donald drifts to his right this time and makes the catch.
No errors. After 4.5. Chicago 2. New York 2.
So halfway through, we're tied at 2. So Sam Mertes up now, 0 for 2. And he's going to hit a fly ball to center. And McCarthy is under it, makes the catch for out number 1. Bresnahan now 0 for 2, looking for his first hit of the day, and he gets it right there. So 1 out single for Bresnahan as Evers makes a poor play on that one. So McGann up now, 1 for 2. Bresnahan not a threat to steal. Count goes to even at 1. 1-2 the count. Count evens at 2. Full count. And he's going to pop one up to third. And Casey will make the catch for out number 2. Going to bring up Strang. No official at bats yet, as he's walked and scored. And I think he bunted his last time up. Could be wrong. As Strang gets his first hit there, and Bresnahan will move all the way to third, showing some good speed there. So runners at the corners now with 2 down for Devlin. So the go-ahead runs at third. Devlin can come through with a hit. The Giants can take the lead. He's 0 for 1. And yeah, McCarthy makes the catch for out number 3.
After 5. Chicago 2. New York 2.
So after 5 full, we're still tied at 2. Tinker will lead it off. Went over to Devlin and throw to McGann for out number 1. So we have Casey 0 for 2. It's back to Ames. Ames over to McGann for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down for the Cubs here in the 6th. brings up the Kling, the catcher, who's 0 for 2 on the day. And he'll lace a single. And it looks like... Oh, he's going to try for 2. And they get him as they throw him out, trying to stretch a single into a double. So the catcher tries to get in the scoring position and is thrown out by Mertes. So great play by Mertes there. Alright, so Brown will lead up. Be Brown, Dallin, and Ames for the Giants here in the bottom of the 6th. And he'll get under one here. Hits up the second, and Evers will range over and make the catch for out number 1. Brings up Dallin now, 1 for 1. Foul ball down the third base line. This time he'll drop one in behind the first baseman. Ooh, 81% chance to get. I think we're going to try it. And he's in the second with a double. Stretches a single into a double. He had to go with 81% chance there. So runner in scoring position with 1 down for the pitcher Ames. I think we're just going to have him hit away. Strike 1, swing and a miss. And this will get the runner over at least, so it works like a sacrifice. Dribble it over to the pitcher. So Dallin moves over to third now with 2 down, so Donlin can put the Giants ahead with a single. It's already 2 for 3 on the day. Ball 1, up and in. And McCarthy makes the catch for out number 3.
6 complete. Chicago 2, New York 2.
So the Giants unable to push ahead that lead go-ahead run there in the 6th. Remains tied at 2 going into the 7th. So Weimer up now, 0 for 2. Strikes him out. Second K of the day for Ames. Loading now 2 for 3. And he's going to hit one over to Dallin. So score that one 6-3 for out number 2. Stagel up now, 2 hits on the day. And he'll pop one up to Dallin. Can of corn there. Make the catch for out number 3.
After 6.5, Chicago 2, New York 2.
So 7th inning stretch time here in New York, as the Giants and the Cubs are tied at 2. Sam Mertes will lead it off, 0 for 3. Oh, and he gets plunked. So the go-ahead runner is on now for Bresnahan. He's almost a 400 hitter. I gotta have him hit away. Strike 1. 0-2 the count, quickly in the hole. And he'll lace a single up the middle. So it pays off as Mertes moves in the scoring position now. So runners on first and second with nobody out. From McGann. We'll have him hit away again too. It's worked so far. Strike 1. Count evens at 1. 1-2 the count. 2-2 the count. Count goes full. And over to second for 1, back to first, and they turn 2. Oh no, they don't, as it's not in time, so they only get the runner at second. So the Evers to tinker the chance does not work as well. So runners at the corners for Strang. He's 1 for 1 of the day. Go ahead runner 90 feet away. Good hitters count now, 2-0. And this will not work as he pops it up to Tinker for out number 2. So it'll take a base hit by Devlin to put the Giants up ahead now. So 1-0 the count. Count goes 2-0. In there. 2-1. Count evens at 2. And this will not do it as he goes a short way for out number 3.
We played 7, Chicago 2, New York 2.
So Chance up now, still trying to extend his 6-game hitting streak. And he'll draw a walk. So leadoff runner on for the Cubs. As Bresnahan goes out to talk to Ames. So Chance has 9 steals on the season, so we're going to try to keep him close. So Evers up now, 1 for 2. And he drops a bunt. So running scoring position now with 1 out. McCarthy is 1 for 3. And he's going to fly out to right. It's going to go out of play. Oh, as Strang makes it, boots that one. Only a 3 range there, 3 defense. So runners at the corners now. So we're going to play the infield in now with the go-ahead run on third. So Tinker up now. He's 0 for 1. And he lines it to Devlin. Makes a great catch there right on the line. 2 down. Casey up now. He's 0 for 3. Ball 1. Count evens at 1. 2-1 the count. 3-1 the count. Let's get a little aggressive here. And this one's going to be hit. This time, Strang fields it over to McGann, and that'll do it.
No hits, 1 error, after 7.5. Chicago 2, New York 2.
So we're still deadlocked at 2, going to the bottom of the 8th. So it'll be Brown, Dowling, and Ames. Oh, and a great play by Tinker. Robs him of a single there. Bring up Dowling now. It's 2 for 2. I think we're going to get some action going in our bullpen. Let's see here. Let's see who's available. I just don't want to overuse Elliott. He's already got a whole bunch of games here. Hold on. Let's see. I guess we can have Taylor warming. Alright, so 1 down now. Elliott and Taylor warming up. Down 2 for 2 on the day. 1 out. And he's going to hit a fly ball to right. But Maloney is there for out number 2. And I guess we're going to leave Ames in. And he'll ground out to second for out number 3.
No runs, no hits, no errors. After 8 complete. Chicago 2, New York 2.
So it'll be Kling, Weimer, the pitcher spot, and Maloney here in the top of the 9th. So strike 1 to Kling. And he'll have a leadoff single. He's going to try to stretch to the 2, and he does. So leadoff double. So the go-ahead runs at second. So let's try a mound trip here. He looks strong. Okay. We'll give him 1 more batter. Pitcher's going to bunt. They try to go to the 3rd, and they get him. So they alert play by the Giants, and they get the lead runner. Excellent, excellent, excellent. They got a slow runner, and Weimer at first. Loney 2 for 4 now. Strike 1. Count evens at 1. So big play there for the Giants. He flies out to Brown. He'll catch it for out number 2. Weimer up now. Stagel up now, 2 for 4. 1-1 the count. 1-2 the count. Count evens at 2. Pops up behind the plate, and Bresnahan just looks at it go back out of the play. And Ames will make the play with him again for out number 3.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 8.5. Chicago 2, New York 2.
Sit Elliott now. Taylor in there. Okay, so Dowling up now 2 for 4, top of the order. Nice if he can get on. Ball 1. Foul Foul ball. Count evens at 1. 2-1. And he'll on the tinker. He'll throw over to first for out number 1. Marte's in there. Ball 1. Count evens at 1. 1 and 2 to count. Count evens at 2. Oh, and he gets hit. Good. So 1 out and a run on first. So Marte is representing the winning run. Roger Bresnahan, 2 for 4 on the day. Can he be the hero? He's got 1 game-winning RBI in the season. Ball 1. 2-0 the count, so a good hitter's count here. Count goes to 3-0. I'm going to have him take here. And he'll draw a walk. So 1 out and runners on first and second from McGann, who's 1 for 4. McGann has 5 game-winning RBIs. Runners in scoring lead. Go ahead, runners in. The winning runners in scoring position now. Can McGann deliver? 2-1 the count. 3-1. And he'll drive a base hit. This could do it. It's a poor play by the outfielder. And the Giants win. So McCarthy, who made a, or whatever his name is at center, who made a great play early on to throw out a runner, now makes a poor play and allows the winning run to come in for the Giants. Excellent job there. Excellent.
Final score from Polo Grounds: New York 3, Chicago 2. Red Ames is the winner. He is now 5-0 on the season. Jake Weimer is the loser. He is now 5-2. Time of the game: 2 hours, 10 minutes.
So Mr. Brody with a great, had the windmill going there. And the Giants score the winning run on the poor play by the center fielder. Mr. Brody saw that one a mile away and waved the runner in. So good coaching job by Mr. Brody there to give the Giants the victory and snap their 3-game losing streak. Let's check out the box score. So Ames goes to 5-0. Pitches a complete game, allowing 8 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. And Weimer gets the loss. 8 1/3 innings pitched, 10 hits allowed, 3 runs, all of them earned. 4 walks and 2 strikeouts. Did not have good stuff today. Thought he had pretty good stuff. And let's look at the hitting stars here. Donlin 2 for 5 with a run scored. Bresnahan 2 for 4. McGann with the game-winning RBI there, 2 for 5 with a couple RBIs. I think McGann is going to get the player of the game there. Although, I don't know. I think we'll give it to Ames. We'll do co-players in the game for that one. Strang 1 for 2, but did make a costly error there. I don't know if it was an error. Maybe just it was an error, though. So down a couple hits at shortstop. Let's check out. Yeah, Strang had 2 errors at second error. Strang definitely a liability at second for his defense. A lot of hit by pitches. Mertes was hit by a pitch twice. Some MVP, Dan McGann. I guess we'll give it to McGann. Although Ames gets an honorary second up there. Check out the recap. So Ames is 5-0 in the season. Pitches 9 innings. Weimer, the loser, drops to 5-2. Dan McGann with the double scoring Mertes to win the game. So I guess they did not give him an error on the play. Just a poor angle McCarthy took on that one. I think it was McCarthy. Yeah, McCarthy, the center fielder. So alright, so thank you for joining us. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, my co-host Mr. Brody there with a great call to send the runner home. Let's check out our Giants now win 20 games, so they're 20-8. Now they're only 2 games behind the Cubs. So hoping they'll be playing the Cubs in another game here tomorrow. And hopefully they can get within 1 game of the division lead. So the same game as the White Sox, same record as the White Sox in the American League. Now 2.5 game lead over Philadelphia. So thank you for joining me. We will see you in the next 1905 dead ball game. Good job, Mr. Brody. You want to go out now? Go out and get a treat? I think you deserve a treat after that good coaching job there. Alright, so sign off to all your fans, Mr. Brody there. And we will see you in the next video from Higher Ground Gaming. We're not sure what it'll be, but that'll be it for tonight, as we're going to try to get an early night tonight, get some sleep, and start again tomorrow. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.